The notification lit up her face before I even saw the screen. 2:13 a.m. She thought I was asleep. Her body shifted beside me, slow, careful, like a thief navigating a museum after hours. The mattress dipped. A whisper of fabric, then the faint glow under the blanket. I didn't move, didn't breathe, just listened. A soft inhale, a suppressed laugh, then typing. Fast, intimate. The kind of typing that isn't casual, the kind that feels naked. She slid out of bed, phone clutched to her chest, and padded toward the hallway. I counted her steps. 1, 2, 3. The bathroom door clicked shut. A vibration followed, then another. I stared at the ceiling, mapping every crack in the dark. Our kids were asleep down the hall, 2 small bodies, 2 steady heartbeats. They had drawn her pictures that morning, stick, figures holding hands under a yellow sun. Best mommy ever. She'd kissed them with that same loving smile, the same one she wore when she came back to bed 20 minutes later. She curled against me, warm and soft. I love you, she whispered. Her breath smelled like mint and deceit. I kept my voice steady. Love you too. But something inside me had already gone still. The next morning she was perfect. Pancakes shaped like hearts, braiding our daughter's hair, laughing at cartoons, a performance so seamless it would have fooled anyone who wasn't paying attention. But I had started noticing things months ago. The gym membership she never used, yet she came home showered. The new lingerie hidden behind winter sweaters. The sudden obsession with girls' nights that ended with her coming home, smelling like hotel soap. And the phone, always face down, always locked, always charged. 6 months. 6 months of subtle absence, of eyes that drifted when I spoke, of intimacy that felt rehearsed. I asked once casually. Everything okay with us? She smiled, touched my cheek. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Because you don't look at me anymore. Because you look through me. But I nodded. I played along. Because men who confront too early lose the advantage. And I needed certainty, not suspicion. Certainty. That night, she told me she was meeting a friend for dinner. She kissed the kids goodbye. They begged her to stay. She promised she'd bring dessert. The door closed. I stood at the window and watched her car disappear down the street. Then I opened the drawer where I had already hidden. The old tablet she forgot was synced to her cloud. Her messages loaded slowly. Then all at once. Different names, different cities, different plans. Hotels, apartments, apps. Dozens of conversations, flirting, photos, promises, and the line that hollowed me out. I deserve better than my boring husband. I read it twice, then a third time. Boring. I looked around the house I built, the life I funded, the children sleeping safely in their rooms. Boring. My hands didn't shake. They went cold. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I started collecting. Screenshots, dates, hotel reservations charged to a hidden account I didn't know she had. I requested phone records, cross-referenced timestamps with her girls' nights. It became a pattern, every 2 weeks, like clockwork. She wasn't careless. She was systematic, which meant this wasn't a mistake. It was a lifestyle. And the worst part? She left the kids, regularly to meet strangers, men whose last names she didn't even know, while our son waited at the window for her headlights. While our daughter asked why Mommy missed story time again, I stayed calm. I packed lunches. I attended parent-teacher meetings alone. I kissed her goodnight. I even initiated intimacy once, just to see if guilt would crack her. It didn't. She performed, smiled, whispered rehearsed affection. A professional. Meanwhile, I met with a lawyer during my lunch breaks. Quietly. Asset division, custody strategy, documentation requirements. I had everything printed and sealed. 6 months of evidence, 6 months of betrayal. And then something shifted. She started acting anxious, extra affectionate, cooking more, touching me more, watching me when she thought I wasn't looking. Predators sense when they're being hunted. One evening, she came home early. No perfume of strangers, no distant eyes. She wrapped her arms around me from behind. I miss us, she said softly. Us. I almost laughed. Instead, I placed my hand over hers and said nothing. The confirmation came in a plain envelope. Private investigator. Photos. Clear. Indisputable. Her entering a hotel lobby. Holding hands with a man I'd never seen. kissing him. Not rushed, not secretive, comfortable, like they had done it many times before. I laid the photos on the dining table, one by one. That night, she decided to cook my favorite dinner. Candlelight, music playing softly, our kids already asleep. She wore the red dress I once told her I loved. "I wanted tonight to be special," she said. I studied her face. No shame, just calculation. I reached into my briefcase and placed the envelope between the plates. "What's this?" she asked, smiling. "Open it." She did. The color drained slowly. Her hands trembled. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. She flipped through the photos faster. Denial searching for loopholes. "There's an explanation." "I know," I said calmly. "There are many." Tears welled instantly. It didn't mean anything. 6 months. Didn't mean anything. "You left our children," I said quietly. "For this." She broke then, crying, reaching for me. But I leaned back, out of reach. "You were distant," she sobbed. "I felt alone." I nodded slowly. "And strangers fixed that?" She collapsed into the chair. "I made a mistake." "No," I corrected. "You made a schedule." I slid another folder across the table. Divorce papers, custody petition, highlighted sections detailing her documented absences. The lawyer had done excellent work. Her eyes scanned the pages. "You can't take the kids." "I'm not taking them," I said evenly. "I'm protecting them." Panic replaced tears. "You'd ruin our family over this?" I held her gaze. "You already did." Silence thickened the room. Then I delivered the final blow. "I sent copies of the evidence to your parents. And to the last 3 men you promised exclusivity to." Her face shattered. Not from guilt, from exposure. Reputation mattered to her. Image mattered. And I had dismantled both. She whispered, barely audible. "I deserve better than you." I stood. "You deserved honesty." Then I walked away from the table. From the candles. From the performance. The house feels quieter now. Cleaner. Not because she's gone, but because the illusion is, the kids laugh more. They don't wait at windows anymore. I tuck them in every night. No missed story times. No mysterious dinners. Sometimes she texts. Apologies. Blame. Regret. I don't respond. I already said everything that mattered. Betrayal didn't break me. It clarified me. I wasn't boring. I was stable. I wasn't distant. I was loyal. She mistook peace for weakness. And when she tried to crawl back with candlelight and my favorite meal, she thought I'd still be starving for her affection. But I had already fed myself the truth. And truth doesn't beg. It walks away. Quiet, permanent, final.